Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Oakland Raiders and the...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Like that. It's I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't geese, too bad, my bag. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Oakland Raiders and... The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken at his 4, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Of 7, and that'll bring up fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready. 60 on.
On first and 10, Herbert. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup. First down. On first down, it's Snell again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Second and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Now a handoff here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 if anything.
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Here's Carr. Completes it to Lee. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Gay's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Berg getting set to take the field.
Down, 50, play.
Check 37, check 37.
Keep gripping.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up.
The Raiders swarm in and block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they are going to wind up with a football and possession at the 8-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. No. However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Ready, break.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. Jones has it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Off play action. Herbert. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down in inches. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. A 2-yard gain. Throwing his car on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what...
And that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long, and that'll be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fights off the defender. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we are halfway home to figuring out who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Lamb. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. An option right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Carr. That'll be caught by Rice. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. To throw, it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Carr now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They run it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Big stop, D.
To throw his Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jake Butt there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. A very important extra point there, up and good, fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Derek Barnett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. This will be fielded at the 17. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carr. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. In the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
What now? 180. 54. Silver. 280.
On second and 11 now. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Completes it to Lee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Now a carry for Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard. 5. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 2nd and goal, Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jake Butt, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah,
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr to throw. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And his kick is good. And it's panned